Check. Is this thing on? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lover Show, baby. Let's go. The hottest show of the game. Shout out to each and every one of you. We start off the show in gains. I gave you them all weekend long. My track record speaks for itself. My reputation presumes me, whatever. Hey, I got distracted. But anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let me get that coffee from the coffee girl, the best coffee girl in the game, BB Not Butters. Yeah. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being absolutely amazing and breaking it down. So we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about how we nailed it. This pump from the 15 from 65,650 all the way up to 66.8. But it was really the pump here that got everybody caught off guard, and we nailed it. I was in the long, and I kind of kept the long open for days, and we took scalps along the way. So, and this is the wild trade that I gave you last night. I gave you guys a wild trade last night. Not a world coin. Sorry, I keep calling it wild. World coin. And I can't stand the coin, but I'll take the gains, baby. $226, 226%. I used 240 to make 540 so far. I think it was up $700 at the height. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's break it down. I just sold a Bitcoin trade as we started to pump. I moved my stop loss into break even and then further into profit. As we came down, I got taken out in profits. Told my trading group, it's time to get paid, not financial advice. Nothing I'm saying you should be taken as financial advice. All right? Get yourself your own advisor, all right, and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Shout out to all the lifers, man. God bless you. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at BTC like we do every single day. We're going to continue this to the upside. I'll show you some things that are brewing here for Bitcoin, and you could say we definitely got it right. Shout out to anyone that traded with me, and it's because I used the 200 moving average. When we got above it here, I knew we were bullish. When we came down, retested, but got above it, boom. And right there, when you're on the 21 above the 200, you're about to get a pump to the upside, and that's exactly what happened for Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Talks about the war being, coming to an end. No more war. It's kind of a pretty good deal. I like that. You know what I mean? That's pretty awesome. Bitcoin surge past 66,000. All right. Bitcoin passed 66,000 on news of Iran framework deal, U.S.-Iran framework deal that could ease geopolitical tensions and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Oil prices dropped sharply in response, boosting risk appetite across the markets. Traders should watch because the move triggered a short squeeze that wiped out 150 million in bears positions. It could signal more further upside if the deal holds. Strategy buys more Bitcoin, added another 1,587 Bitcoin, average price of 63,000, bring its total holdings to 842 Bitcoin. This ongoing corporate accumulation continues to signal strong institutional conviction in Bitcoin as a treasury asset. Traders can care because large-scale buys like this can absorb supply and support price floors during the volatile period. I mean, this is amazing. He's cutting that supply and creating a intellectual supply shock for institutions. If you don't start buying it, my company should be having it on the book, right? We should be accumulating Bitcoin here at Crypto Lifer Inc. And again, all sorts of stuff like that. So it's your company's going to let behind if you don't have a little bit of Bitcoin on that balance sheet. I'm looking at this as a falling wedge that could break to the upside. And we're looking for some bigger moves here. Let's take a look at the measured move. That line was done for no reason. Kind of slipped up. But dude, this is the next leg for Bitcoin, right? Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. And we head all the way up to 180,000 somewhere by February of 2029. Some people think it could happen earlier. I'm okay with this. As long as we get gradual moves to the upside, I'm okay. The faster the move up, the horrible the move down. We moved up fast like here. We had to come back down and retrace to a 618. Also, if you look at this, I mean, it's pretty special. Take a look at the overall pump, and, you could think if there's that much institutional support, we front-ran the 618 golden pocket, which would make sense. We came very close to the 618, though, within a centimeter, really. And to me, beautiful retracement. Also, you could say, well, the real impulse happened here, and we did hit the 618. And this is also a local impulse, and we came down to the 786, the 886. So to me, Fibonacci really did fulfill a good retracement. And so if you're a fib trader, I believe there's a good, good price action there for Bitcoin. A secondary thing we talked about last night, and I'll bring up today, the monthly candle here on this high. All right, this monthly candle, we never closed below the monthly candle. All right. Yeah, I had to switch to only YouTube because I can't go back and forth once I'm in a stream. Kind of stinks. So we're not able to go to X today and some other places like we usually do. But that's okay. It's fine. We'll take it one step, one day at a time. Let me post this link to the trading group, get everybody popping and running out. I mean, we're making gains here, and we haven't missed in all weekend long. If you showed up in the trading group, you'd be making gains with the lifers. So exciting times to be alive here. Also, that world coin booming to the upside. Imagine using 240 to make 530 bucks. It's like a lot of people can squeeze 240 together, right? And I'm using my systems and my strategies to show you how to get paid. Bitcoin looks like it's going to continue to the upside here too. The bigger time frames are pressing. I'm going to talk about that in a second here. So I always look at the bearish and the bullish tones just in case. You got a shoulder, you got a head, you got a right shoulder. That's still a head and shoulder pattern that could dump us to the downside. Right? You're looking that could head all the way down somewhere to 3,471. Is that really possible? In my mind, no. Unlikely with institutional support, governments, nation states, guys like me buying Bitcoin. I'll buy more Bitcoin, and I'll buy so much Bitcoin down there. And if I can buy 50 to 100 Bitcoin down there, right? Because I'll buy 100 Bitcoin, I'll put 300 grand down if it goes to $3,000. For sure I would. So, and if I have that capital, then they're not going to let me get there. You see what I'm saying? The big boys got more money than me, and they're not going to let me get there. Money works hard for money, and the people with the money don't let the people that didn't work hard enough get in. It's people that have been grinding harder than me, have had longer leverage than I have. I've got leverage going, but, and what is leverage? We're going to talk about leverage and how to get rich with leverage and not trading. I'm going to teach you like life leverage. This is an interesting concept. Something I actually came up today with Jim Rohn when I was listening to my daily updates, My mind, I always work on my mind. So I like the Fibonacci. Previous resistance became support. We get back. We close the candle back above 71,080, 71,880 there. That's going to be a big deal, all right? Because that's going to mean that we fell support, but we broke back above it, and we're using that as support now. I can see this as a shoulder. This is kind of a right shoulder, a head and a left shoulder, a right shoulder there. This thing could break out, retest, bounce off this trend line, and fly to the upside. So a lot going on here for BTC. We take a look at the 2-week chart. 2-week putting in that tweezer bottom. And another thing that we went over last night. 2-week bullish divergence. Swinging up on the RSI and down. I mean, it looks like the 1 minute. It looks so nice, right? That's bullish to me when you have divergence that strong on a big time frame. At the same time, say something horrible happens. Say we go back into war. Say it all shifts in 2 seconds. And it all, you know what I mean? Fine. We dump to the 200 moving average. And it's going to come up as we're going to probably come up, come down, come up. And tell me the bottom somewhere at 50,000 if we ever go there. I believe we bottomed already. I think there's a 90% chance that we bottomed at that 59, 60K area. I could be wrong. I believe it though. Oh, let me grab that. Where is that? There we go. Put that where it's supposed to go. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Bless your sweetheart. And please subscribe to the channel, everyone, just like that person did. Keep us moving every single day here. Mom and pop, small business here on YouTube. So we appreciate you. Yeah, so this looks good to me. I like the higher low on the RSI. I like the divergence. And now the weekly, which I told you to front run this green candle. Again, I said I didn't tell you what to do, but I said, hey, front running this is a good idea. Get in here with a stop loss below the 2 wicks. Even if we just come up, we might make a right shoulder. We might get rejected by the 21. This could possibly be a head and shoulder pattern that dumps to the downside. I'm not overly bullish. I'm not overly bearish. I just want to take advantage of what the market has for us today. Want to make sure that trade is cooking. I also have a monthly trade going. Just can't show it right now because I open it somewhere and it, professional reasons. But it's going well. All right. And you can see it inside the Discord if you want to know what's going on with my weekly trade. It's up a nice 759 right now and 29%. And I I can post that over there to the trading group. But yeah, it's doing damage. And I'm excited. That's a long-term trade just to make, a nice payday. Again, remember, 90% of traders make no money. If you made 10 grand a year trading, that's great. All right, so this trade right here, I got it at 63.70. I'm just going to hold this thing. It's up 29%, 759. We'll see where this puppy goes. Used $2,100 to make $700. See? Okay, so it's been a good day. We've already taken gains. We took gains this weekend. I'm paid already. It's a Monday. I've already got paid this weekend. Like, I made my Monday gains this weekend. And that's why I don't take days off. We banged on them, and we worked four live streams throughout the weekend to show us and teach us how to get paid. Like, we put in the work, folks, to get the gains. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not an accident that we keep pumping out here. I knew the moment I find your channel that you were my guy and the mentor I've been seeking. Thanks so much for the wild trade. Have a blessed day, man. God bless you, bro. Maintain those gains. Don't go back in hard. And thank you so much for that super chat. Let me bust out that super chat for everyone else to see. This guy throws his money down, $11 on the channel. Shout out to McNerney, we love you, man. I think it's pronounced McInerney, McInerney, right? Or something like that. I had a gym coach. I thought it was McInerney. But shout out to McNerney. McNerney, we love you, man. Thank you. And I'm Irish. I should know that. I haven't, you never know. Sometimes there's a few nuances that you don't realize. Ditto, the dirty skirts, man. Limitless, just he will say it at least once, man. Yeah. Hello, Sammy, the money maker. God bless you, brother. I'll be back in rotation for tomorrow, bro, but with you in spirit. Thank you, man. Shout out to Samo. We love you, man. I appreciate you, brother. Okay, so things going well. Let's get back into brass tacks. So, right now, we're just looking for a bounce back to the top of the channel. We take it one step at a time. We do all the movements compartmentalized, right? One step, one little candle. So, we want to get back to the top of the channel. We'll see what happens. We still could make a right shoulder. This has to break out and take out this high. It's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 weeks at the most, right, for that to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. And again, we may hit this, come back down, and then come out, retest, boom. They'll create a massive short squeeze if they create a right shoulder there and never fulfill the head, the movement of that head and shoulder. So I play the moving averages. They're going to teach us what to do. If you have faith in the moving average, you're as loyal to them as I am. They take care of you. 5-day chart with the bullish engulfing candle. Suggest the next candle will be green. So far, so good. Hard work pays off. Greeting from the weld shop. God bless you, man. Keep grinding. Hope it's going well there. Fun to be at work with a bunch of people doing your thing with a good vibe. I hope you're having fun, bro. Life is about having fun and enjoying it. I used to have so much stress in my head all the time, trying to make money, trying to go this, trying to do that. I was never truly enjoying myself. I was always upset, always stressed out, always wondering where my next opportunity was coming. I couldn't focus. Man, I never want to live like that again. God is there for me now. It keeps my mind straight, keeps my mind on the narrow, keeps my mind just feeling good. Thank you, dear Lord, for always keeping me in a good path, man. I've put my faith in God, and I use SMAs, not EMAs. Yeah. So look, the 3-day chart too. We said 3 green candles. We should get another green one. Stochastics is pointing to the upside. Again, it does have cautionary tale for a right shoulder though. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. I'm not gonna shy away from that idea, and it could be a fake little bounce here. We'll see. Back to the 21-day moving average. Remember how many times I said we're too far from the 21? I called the end here. We got here. I said, everyone, we're too far from the 21. We're either going to V-shape recovery or we're going to make a flag. I told you this. I told you when the dump was over. With conviction, 90% conviction, or 100. I was like, hey, we're not going to dump again. I said, this is the end of the dump. Now we need to tweeze the bottom. We got that. And then I called this was last weekend. If you remember last Sunday on the 7th, I said I'm long. On Saturday night, we came into the next day. We got the pump. I did it last weekend too, man. I've been nailing Bitcoin. I'm not also going to go over the call that I gave you on the 1 hour on the 200 moving average that everyone knows never hit my stop loss. I'm just, showed how this could be a cup and handle. It broke out. Talked about that we were getting back to the 21-day moving average. We did that. I'm telling you right now, I love to get in longs. I love to, when you can short when you're away from the 21. I sell my long when I'm away from the 21. And I get into longs when I'm away from the 21. I use the 21 for entries. I use the 21 for exits. It's amazing how I use the 21-day moving average. I could teach you how to use it in an amazing way. Literally, the 21, man. I do so much with this 21. And look, I know when price is going down, like 90%, it's like 100% accurate, really. I don't want to say 100%, but it really is. Like, it's 100% you're going back, 100% of the time, you're going back to the 21. When you pump, you'll come back to it. When you dump, you'll come back to it. When you pump, you'll come back to it. When you dump, you'll come back to it. Now, timing it and understanding how it all works, that's the sauce. Anyone can know this information, but how to actually use it is the sauce, right? 12-hour looking good. I see the 12-hour headed to its 200. You know what I mean? This is what I see happening. 8-hour looks interesting to me. We kind of double bottomed here. We broke out. I see the 4-hour headed to the 200 moving average. Only a matter of time. And there's the 1 hour. And to me, the 1 hour is either going to make a kind of an uptrending parabolic move here, which looks like it actually just might go crazy. And we're pretty close to the daily high right now. 15-minute looking nice, too, with the 21 above the 200. A little bit of bear div there, though. That swings down, that swings up. It tells me, But the bear div might just be defied. So what I would do here is I would start to make some local support or resistance levels. So we're going to look left a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Let's look at this chunk here. You can see there's going to be a resistance when we get to 67.3, 67.9 right there. This is an area where we're going to have a little bit of resistance. So you come back here and you look and you're like, okay. And then we clearly had resistance right there where we topped out locally. So here's the deal. If we are bullish, Bitcoin will consolidate here, folks. Very nicely, too, inside of a flag. And it will get ready for a bigger move to the upside, like maybe something like this, all the way up to what, 68,230? Getting a bounce as we speak right here. So this is what I'm looking for Bitcoin. 21 comes into play. Reset the stochastics. We probably get a bounce here. They might actually go through 2 cycles before the next big pump. All right. Some sideways as always. Yeah, but we show a lot of liquidity down at 63,000. Let's take a look at Bookmap. Bookmap still says it wants to go higher. Big Red is at 67.4 or so, and Big Red's been right. First Big Red was at 63, remember? Then was at 64. Then it was at 65.5. Then it's at 66,000. I've been calling this long the whole time, every step of the way, and that's why when you don't take days off, you connect, you do a video update in the morning, you work at the chart all day long, every couple of hours, and then you do a video update at night before you go to bed. You're locked in. I've done that for 2,000 days, friends. For years on end, I've been on Bitcoin without a day off. It's just how I live my life now. I don't really think about it, right? I just stay consistent. That consistency will help you read the charts. Anybody can have a trading style, but if they're not consistent, it doesn't matter. You've got to find consistency and discipline. Once you find that, you're going to win. Period. It's so simple, folks. Find consistency and discipline and you will win. It's just that simple. Now, finding consistency and discipline isn't so easy, is it? We struggle as humans to kind of continue what we say we're going to do. It's not always so easy to be consistent. That's what separates the 1% from the 99. I'm telling you right now. The 1% are consistent. When they say they're going to do something, they do it. You know, they write down what they're going to do the day before, the night before, and they wake up and they get the list done. They check it off. They have lists, they have goals, they have ideas, they have dreams, they keep moving. Yes, they hit roadblocks. Yes, they hit disappointments. Yes, things aren't easy, but they don't give up and they don't cry about it. You know, most people that don't have what they desire aren't living the life of their dreams. It's the facts are because they're not willing to go all the way. There was a time in my life where I worked a night shift because I wanted a days to myself. This is facts. First it started, okay, I'll take what I can get. After a few years, I got comfortable. Then I also got to, I got to do unmentionables at work. You know what I mean? I think Like I could go out and get a beer if I wanted to. You see what I'm saying? If my buddy was down the street, hey, come outside and, take a toke or something, I want to, but like my whole point was I could get messed up at work, man. If I was around a bunch of people, my boss was there, I would smell, but it didn't matter. I was there alone. So I worked a night shift really so I could still be who I wanted to be. You know what I mean? It was kind of kept me an addict in a way. You see what I'm saying? I stayed in the comfort zone. I lived both lives. I've lived the life of a super disciplined person that makes millions. And I've lived the life of a guy who makes like 60 to 80 grand a year and just gets by. Works pretty hard. I was still a pretty hard worker. I was very detailed, but I had no vision. I had no goal. I didn't have where I was going to go in the future. I just did the day to day. Just enough to get by. You know what I mean? Just so I could get high and drunk all day long. Seriously. I'm not lying to you. But I was so smart, highly intellectual, and wanted to do so much with my life. Eventually, I realized that the results were just that. Like, that's all I was going to get out of life, and I wanted so much more out of it. So I realized, man, for me to get more, I had to find my discipline, or otherwise I was going to be depressed and sad like everybody else that never did nothing with my life. I didn't want to become that person. You know what I did? I started working out one morning, an intense workout called T25 with Sean T. And his workout was so hard, his work ethic was so high that keeping up with him started getting me going. Then I started listening to Jim Rohn every morning. And Jim Rohn started telling me, hey, man, you're where you desire to be. You're putting yourself in these positions. You're blaming your life on everywhere else, but you're where you are because of you. And I was like, really? So, Bitcoin. Today, we might actually take a nasty pullback, or we could consolidate. It's up to the 15-minute. Let's give it some time. If in the next 2 to 3 hours we get sideways here, connect back to the 21, we're going to long this puppy. That says it could be somewhere by 6 o'clock, though. That could take some time. Is that true? Yeah, Monday at 18. Right there, 16. No, 4 o'clock, right? Yeah, 16 is 4 o'clock. But it could all go all the way somewhere between 4. You know, this might go sideways for most of the day. That's usually kind of what happens. We pump on the Monday. Yeah. So once I started working out, everybody, I started getting these endorphins in my mind. Literally chemicals in my brain, and they started saying, "You're good. You're awesome. You can do what you believe in. You know, you can do what you set your mind to do." And I started being like, because first I was just negative. You suck. You never do what you say you're going to do. You say you're going to go to the gym, but you never do it. I'd say, hey, next week I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to change my life. And then I didn't go to the gym the next week. I drank even more, or I messed up even more, you know what I mean? Whatever it was. I would get in these ruts for weeks at a time, friends, where I could not get out of my own way. So depressed, so stuck. It was so sad. And I do this show every day now because I know I unlock people from themselves. Literally, I unlock people from their own demons. They say, man, if this guy can get out of it, and he's talking this story like I am, and I know exactly how he feels, I'm where he was. If he can get out of it, then I can get out of it. And I can do something with my life. And a lot of people are struggling with trading because of the mental fog. It's not really that they're bad at trading. It's not really that they can't understand the it's their mindset. You'll never say why 90% choose to be the 99 and not become the one in life, so they can be living a much better life and afford homes, clothes, cars, and vacations. You know, it might have been simple for you. I can understand it. I was stuck for so long, right? Yeah. Skirts is a battle every day, 100%, man. Are you enjoying the stream? The devils will sound helpers, but you know what? You bring your helpers with you, too. You pray to God every single morning. Every single morning, the second I wake up, dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for the ability to walk. My legs. I could have lost, I'm still going. I'm in a walking boot right now. I'm still suffering, but it's okay. I introduced some friends who are ready to change their life to your channel, and it's really changed mine. The trading group is amazing. Thank you, Sam, and everyone in the trading group. Shout out to Master Assassin, man. I love you, bro. And thank you for the $11 super chat. You didn't have to give, but you did. This guy's giving, look, we're getting massive super chats today. $11, $5. For your world train, did you use cross? I did, yes. But I had a stop loss, though, so it didn't matter that I was cross leveraged because I had a stop loss. So, and thank you guys so much for the super chats, man. I appreciate it. And hard work does pay off. I'm going to talk about leverage, though. I'm going to just talk about leverage, hard work and leverage, the difference between the two, how to get ahead in life, how to become a multimillionaire. I'm going to teach you guys the way right now. All right? Nothing I say in this should be taken as financial advice. This is life lessons that can kind of help you see things differently than you saw them before. I think the 1 hour is a good time frame to focus on today. And what we want to do is we want to see a little bit of bear div there on the 1 hour time frame. High in the RSI. So it tells me we're either going to go sideways or pull back a little bit for, at least for today. So I see 5 to 6 hours of sideways price action now. We got the news. We pumped it to the beginning of the morning. Risk on assets, got that liquidity. Now everyone wants to see, is this for real? What's happening? Want to watch a little bit of SpaceX. People want to kind of see what's happening to the market. All right. I see Bitcoin going sideways. I would watch the 15-minute and the 1-hour time frame. Again, maybe it rips out of nowhere and goes on a massive pump. It's possible, highly unlikely. I'm the probability guy. I do this every day, so what I see is the most likely. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but my projections are the most likely because I've been watching price action for years and years without a day off. So you could only assume, you'd hope I would be one of the more accurate people. That's all I do. All right. Let's take a look at AERO. I gave this to the group earlier this morning. KMNO looking tight. And there's a freebie for you, and there's a bunch of other stuff in the group you're not going to be able to see unless you go to cryptolifer.com. And yes, I'm going to give you FOMO right now, but go to cryptolifer.com. If you know how good I am, you're going to want more. Come check it out. You join for 1 month, you'll be hooked. You might as well join for the 3 months because you're going to actually have to pay again for the quarterly once you join the monthly because you're going to love it so much. I suggest you just jump on into the year and give yourself a real year. Give yourself a break. Invest in yourself. This is my business. But every time you spend this money, you invest in yourself. This is you paying yourself. You're putting this money back into yourself. You're not buying real estate with it. You're not buying clothes with it. You're investing in yourself. This may be one of the first times you ever actually invested in yourself. Come to the Discord. Hang out with a guy that hasn't taken a day off. I do sell education. I love to do it. It's part of my business. I am a businessman. I like to make money in many different ways. I do not shy away from selling education. Come on in. Get educated. You'll love it. AERO drone with a massive pump to the upside from 30 to 43. I love it. And I've been in an AERO for a long, long time. I'm holding this thing until it gets to $20. I'm telling you, it's going there one day. Finally bottomed again. This thing has bottomed so many times off this area. And there it is bottoming again. Oh, man, getting the cramp in the back. It is what it is. That's what happens when you grind like me. So, wow. And look how this all starts. I just want to show you the succession of price action. It'll start to consolidate in coil. First thing it'll do is it'll break above a 15-minute 200 moving average. Then it'll hit the 21. It'll start to bounce. It'll consolidate. Once that happens, you want to see it break through the 30-minute 200 moving average. Then you can even look for the 45 to break. And now you want to see, can the 1 hour break? Each time the price is higher because the moving averages are higher in price action. Like, the 50-minute was down here. Then the 30, you know what I mean? And then, look, it breaks above this, and then it kind of slowly grinds out, makes some higher highs, and then just booms to the upside, right? Now you want to see, can it break above the 4-hour 200 moving average? It did that. That's a beautiful thing. So now you start to set support or resistance. Now you look at the VRVP here on the right. You can see some gaps. You can see where our bigger moves are. You can see there's a level at 81 cents. There's a big chunk right here at 67. That's probably the next likely area. So if we get through 54, 67 looks likely. And that's a little further projection, but this is how I do it. Now I start watching, wow, what a massive move in the 4 hour. Like, looks like it's not going to stop. Bitcoin looking a little bullish here too on the perpetuals. And I like this, man. All coins are ripping right now. Risk on assets are getting the love. It's a good sign. I want to see that wick on the 15-minute. This is good. I just want to see Bitcoin come back up. I don't want to see it make a right shoulder and dump down here. I want to see it come up. I want to see it make beautiful sideways price action. And then tonight at 4 or 6 o'clock, I want to see a breakout. One of my favorite times. What's the rate you suggest? Yeah, do we wait for AERO buy? Are you enjoying the stream? Show your appreciation and hit that like button. Yeah, ZRO is risky. Exactly. Yeah. Lunchtime tomorrow, right? It looks so overbought right now, right? Trade on WEEX. Every single day, baby. Trade on WEEX. You'll love it. You'll love it. We have a pinned comment if you want to know where to trade right here. It is WEEX exclusively. That's it, baby. Or go to cryptolifer.com. All right, that's where we make the gains. All right. Must be new here. Just keep showing up. All right. The entire market of the 4-hour chart looks like a dream bulls have had having for 2 years. We'll see. Nice breakout, though, and when these moving averages get tight, we tend to pump up to the 200 moving average. This might be a massive, massive short squeeze, folks. One of the biggest in history. 1 hour's putting in a tweezer bottom already, showing signs of bullishness here. And you know what? There might be a scalp on the smaller time frame. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. See if there's some damage to be done on the 1 minute time frame. I want to get to that 1 minuto. There's Deck Screener. Wow, Aerodrome. That's just insane. Like, that's amazing. I hold AERO long term, so I love seeing that. So look at this. We're holding the 200 moving average on the 1 minute. Make it a bit of an ascending triangle. Kind of what Bitcoin did at the bottom recently, right? Could be a little scalp back to the upside here. That is technically the model. It's the 21 above the 200. I'm not a fan of kind of the exact science of that. I like I like this. See, this is my model right here. I'll wait for us to cross the 200, touch the 21, bang, bang. I would trade this, I would trade this, I would trade that. I would buy right there, right here, and the low stochastics also, right, bang. Low stochastics give you the entry right here. When the stochastics double bottom there, that was a beautiful entry right there. Get that stuff up right there, see? 66.5 for Bitcoin. Looks like it might continue to pump here on a bit of a scalp on Monday. And people are like, but it's false move Monday, but you can feel the energy today is different. The news came at us on the weekend. Monday's acting like any day that got the liquidity, baby. You can feel it. Now, would I trade this? I don't know. I already kind of won so much in the last 48 hours. I think it's kind of good for me to chill out right now and just relax. Not go oh so hard, but that looks good to me. Let me just kind of glance at the trade. I got to take a look. We do live trade here on the channel. I'm in a live trade right there, as you can see on WorldCoin. We bought it last night on the show. So that's a live trade that, a lot of my trades I open on the stream, I'd say about 30 to 40%. Not everyone, because just the timing isn't there. I'm in the Discord, but that's why you join the Discord. And you go to cryptolifer.com. Because you want the sauce 24/7. You don't want to come to the stream like, dang, I didn't get that move. Well, you got to pay attention. You want to make money with the big boys, you got to work like the big boys. You can't put in half the effort and decide to get all the gains. It doesn't work like that, friends. You got to want it. You got to desire it more than the other guy. You got to really desire it more than the other guy, man. You got to ask yourself, am I putting in as much work as humanly possible? Do I wake up in the early morning? Do I burn the candlelight? I mean, the 21 above the 200 suggests a little move is coming here. Even if I just take a little trade there, 170 for 6, it's very high risk. And I might lose that trade. I know that. It is Monday. Let's see. Seemingly bullish, though. Some could say, though, it's shoulder, head. You got lower highs. I just love that 21 and that 200. They always tell me something is brewing. Now it adds. Now the trade's 200. See, the trade changes immediately. I can put this to 377 now. Oh. Damn, we got a pump right as I went to get in. Damn, that would have been up already. I hesitated. Don't hesitate on that 21. That's when the magic starts to happen immediately. Dang, now it's out of my risk. You know why? Because I like to stop near that 200. If I chase this now, I can almost still get it in, but I'm buying the breakout now. It's not my favorite. Looks like it may continue. I'm just so poised about getting into the perfect time of the trade. I hope some of my lifers executed right there. Took me a little, just too quick, too short timing. It's okay. I ate. I got some gains. If I had no gains, I might have been a little hungrier. Wow, that would have been the perfect entry right there with the 21 above the 200. See what I show you guys? Right there shows you had. Exactly. We'll see. Maybe it curves back down and the hesitation worked for me. We never know. You know what I mean? So my account balance in 3 days. Let's go, baby. Lots of Lost 5 of my trades, but took profits on 3 of them. As long as I profit way more than 3 out of 5. If you lose 5 trades, you win 3. That's great. That's 3 out of 8. That's not that bad. You just need a 30% win rate, man. 3 out of 9 trades, and you're good to go. 3 out of 10. He didn't pull the trigger in time either. Yeah, there it was. I mean, it looks like that thing is going to skyrocket. But it is small time frames. We have had a pump already. We may cool down. Let's take a look at the coin market cap and see what's happening on the bigger time frames today. In the last hour, 24 hours, all coins are doing pretty nice. JITO, JTO up 42%. That's awesome. Layer 0 up 30%. Zcash up 26%. They took care of the issue with a fork. It should be okay now. 23%. And we got 23% on WorldCoin. Shout out to my lifers. Near everything up. Every kind of big coin up between 10, 15, 20%. Hyperliquid 12%. Midnight up 11%. XRP up 10%. Solana up 10%. And they all move together, man. You just hold crypto, and next thing you know, it's back before you know it. It's crazy how fast this stuff can pump. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing how fast this stuff can pump. Oh yeah, sorry, we had the perpetuals. I got so many perpetuals open. And you could join me in the King of Trades, man. Jump on in today. You hit this link here to jump on in and become a participant in the King of Trades. Pretty awesome if you're here on WEEX. If you're going to trade anyway, you might as well trade. All right? Business class flight plus 5-night luxury stay in Nice, France. Up to $9,000. Jump on in. That is the big boy. All right? That's the Grand Prix. But join the action. Jump on in today. All right? If you want to, and then you have tier ones too. If you have smaller volume, you can get up to 1,000 silver position airdropped. A Stanley, Hyper, cool little like gaming headphones with a mic there. The Apple Watch. The Rimowa luxury luggage, 24 karat gold bar, 5,000 USDT. That's amazing. Or the business class flight, right? So all those are up for grabs if you get your volume up to the upside. So check it out. We're doing something for you guys every, if you're going to trade, I'm going to make sure you get some extra bonuses for that, for all that trading you've been doing. All right. Nice little pump there on a quick scalp. Again, in and out. We'll see where that ends up going. Thanks, Henry, for the education of the free trades long from 63.5. God bless you, brother. Yeah. And thank you, dear Lord, for everything you've given me. I put my path in the Lord and I follow his way. All right, now I have my own company, my own business, and I go my own way. And somehow, some way, God has kept me and protected me throughout all the ups and downs, the risks that I take, live streaming as a known trader. So much stuff that I do that normal people probably couldn't handle. And God has got me through. So thank you, dear Lord, for everything. And thank you for everyone here on the stream. Without each and every one of you, I've never would have got as far as I am today. So I'm very, very appreciative and very grateful. How do people already? I believe you just go to the link that I put out there, hit on it, and you could it says join now. And you just join the event. Yeah, so hit this link right there and then join the event. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. Exactly. Exactly. So let's see if this thing is going to continue to the upside. It's looking pretty good, honestly. It's looking pretty good. I want to just see the 1 hour consolidate. What if it just continues to rip? So here's where I could somewhat miscalculate. What if we're in this kind of like rising wedge here, and this thing's going to go parabolic? It's going to curve with the 21 and just go on a massive pump. It could, because the way the 4 hour's looking, that's why I've got the weekly trade open. And if I miss the scalp, I miss the scalp. It is what it is. That way I don't have to chase. If I chase here and they go up and down and they wreck people in the smaller time frames, then I got to lose money on a good day. I don't want to lose money on a good day. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that they may send this thing up on a rising wedge, but it's more unlikely. I'd like to see it go sideways. If at 4 or 5 at 6 o'clock tonight, we're sideways there at 66.7, that's going to be absolutely amazing. All right. Yeah, hubris is a sell signal, humble is a buy. Yeah. For sure. I'm not going to look at the 5 hour. God bless you there. I hope you had a good time. I've never looked at the 5 hour in 10 years. So it's not going to do much for me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So there you have it. All right. All righty then. Man, AERO. So AERO, nice pump. But again, too far from the 21. Great place to take some profit, in my humble opinion. And now you look for it to kind of consolidate. Heck, it may continue, but the time to get in is now it's in a varied state where you can get hurt chasing it. You want to get in where the risk is low. It's not about knowing if it's going to pump or not. It's about knowing when the best place to get in. You see what I'm saying? Anyone here like black olives? Do you like black olives? I think black olives are really nice, right? I had some black olives just the other day. They're so good. Do you like black olives better than green? I'm just wondering what the deal is there, but some people like the green ones. Some people like the black ones. You know what I mean? Some people don't like the green ones at all. You know what I mean? Would you consider the 2 hour chart and a flag breaking the 200 MA, or does it still need to make a flag to get in? It's a good question, man. Let's take a look at what you're saying. I would wait for the 21 to catch up to price action. You can't enter right now, though, with a stop below the 200, and I have seen it play out. Look at the last time the 2 hour was above the 200 moving average, when we were on a low. It was right here. You see? Last time we did what we're doing now, where we came from a dip, got above it, we pumped, look, we retraced down, bounced off of it right there. And that was April 7th. And we went on a tear from there. We went from 70, and that was our last kind of big run we went on. I'm telling you, man, these moving averages teach you such a story. Getting above them on the 2 hour is a big deal. Look at that. The last time we did it was April 7th. Kind of gives you a foreshadowing of what could be, right? It's looking pretty nice so far for Bitcoin. I just want, you wait out for that sideways price action. Let me tell you something. How I trade helps. Why? Well, let me explain. The old me would have one trade open, and it was everything to me because I'd be like, and I'd want all the money on that one trade, right? Because it was my only position to gain. And it was harder for me to get in and out of trades because I'd be like, but what if it keeps going? And I'd be kind of stuck. So I think it was about 3 years ago, I found out that I do so much better when I open up a long and I open up and when I open up a long and I open up on a bigger time frame and I scalp. So right now, if I didn't have the weekly trade open, that's going to make me gains as we're going up, right? I'm going to get paid. I'd be a little like FOMO'd in, and I might kind of jump on into a smaller time frame trade now, thinking that I'm going to miss out. You see what I mean? And that would make me chase, which could actually make me lose more money. So I learned that I needed to have two trades open most of the time. If I believed there was going to be a bigger move, I needed to take a shot on a big time frame, and then I needed to have scalps going while the big time frame was pumping. The cool thing about it is, if there's a huge move, I can be a little more aggressive. If I wasn't aggressive enough on the bigger time frame trade, I can be a little more aggressive when I see a move on the smaller time. Take advantage of a move. Massive short squeeze of billions of short squeezed. I want to get paid on those. You know what I mean? I want to take longs out on those shorts, so bang. And then vice versa. If I do sell the trade, I don't FOMO back in because I still have a piece of the bigger action. I think it's really important. You do whatever makes you happy, but for me, it changed my entire trading style. It changed the way I look at trades, and it changed the way I executed my trades. And it helped me become far more profitable over time, and I catch way more of the moves. FOMO doesn't exist as much now because I'm just, it removed emotions for me. All right? It removed emotions for me. Let's take a look at USOIL. And we talked about oil on the weekly screen share. Remember? And we said, it doesn't look amazing. Not the weekly screen share, the macro event. And I said, look, oil looks like it's kind of in a descending triangle. I said, it's making lower lows. It's rolling over. I said, I see oil dumping. You see that? On that daily time frame, look, it looked bearish to me. Back to the 200 moving average. Had a beautiful run up. Right? They created a bunch of issues, but now it looks like we're going to kind of slow down here with the Strait of Hormuz. All right. Siren Coin on base is pumping. Dan will burn 25 million tokens on 3 million market cap. Another. Siren's been cool, man. The green olives matter or the black olives matter? I don't know, man. You tell me. You know what I mean? You tell me. All right. It's a great question everyone should ask. You know what I mean? And want to know. All right. So, and again, I told you that the S&P would reverse. I don't know if you remember, these people said, look, it pumped to where I said it would pump. I called this reversal over the weekend. And I said it was S&P was going to rip. I even gave you the green candle. And I said the S&P is about to pump. Nobody believed me. This huge trader that has a huge following said he was heavy short. He gave the trade out loud. He got absolutely liquidated and rocked. It's just crazy how the most popular people here get all these views. I've been nailing the S&P for like a few years now. Like when I call the S&P, it's stone cold. And it doesn't seem to matter. But whatever. I know what I do. Here I am. Look, boom. I see the S&P about to bounce. Not bearish of the stock. Is anyone else not bearish of the stock market? I'd call the bounce right here, man. I'm telling you where we're going, to the top of the channel. This is June 11th. It's 4 days later. And let's retweet this now. This aged well. Nailed another macro call on the S&P, man. That's crazy. I pride myself in these calls, man. Across multiple markets. You know, we don't just do Bitcoin, we nail it. And can I put a dollar sign there? Is it going to see? How do you get the S&P there? You have to put the word and or something? I don't know how that works. What's the ticker for the S&P? S&P 500. Anyway. And there's the ES Midi Futures banging to the upside. Bang, 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 man. The S&P. And now I'm going to post that chart there too. But come on now. I just want to take the squiggle off so you can see that beautiful. I called it, man. And how much money you would have made too. I called it at the bottom. Not even before that candle got bigger too. And it's got legs right now on the stochastics RSI. And a lot of people thought that was the end of the market because it was a rising wedge. They're going to continue to print money, folks. This is unprecedented times. You've never seen anything like this. This is hyperinflation coming at warp speed. We could see Bitcoin do things we've never thought possible. Hold on to your hats. They try to make Bitcoin look like it was a piece of nothing. They try to make it look like it was going nothing. Look at classic dead cat bounce. And all these people were in complete denial. They got absolutely wrecked, folks. All right? Some of the biggest traders on X got wrecked. They did not pay attention to the lifer sauce, bro. Who called it like a bounce? How your shorts doing over here? Hey, look at the inverted head and shoulder. We got above the 21, oversold in the stochastics. Understand the sauce, baby, and use the sauce to your advantage. You know, we're looking pretty tight here for Bitcoin, and I might have to get into a trade here. I mean, it's just looking nice. I'm going to delete everything again and take a look at this, but you got this upper trend line. You got this bottom trend line, and we're starting to get real tight. Not suggesting we're going to get a little bit of a squeeze here to the upside. 67,375. I might have just enough time to execute this one. And I got to have everything mapped out correctly, which is annoying, but I won't put myself into a trade I haven't calculated properly. Oh, man, it's going on me. Stop loss, 66,350. Come on, don't do it to me again. Don't. Give me a second here. Give me a second. My entries are so amazing that it like... I got 344. I can go back to 66,342. I'm going to take this trade. I know I'm chasing a little bit, but I'm not going to risk a lot. It's going to go up 1,000. I'll take 600 on it. Smaller, very small risk. Be careful on this. I very well might lose this trade. It is Monday. Stop loss can go up actually a little more. Remember that. X this out. Drag this down. Weeks, we're going to work with you guys. If we could get the numbers there without us having to do this, it would be nice. They should be there regardless. We love y'all. We just, we are critical. See how the numbers, I have to delete the original and move it to get the number there. I'd like the numbers there right off the bat, if we could get them. It's just an added step for me as a trader that is, but just live commentary. And God bless you guys. I don't ever want to come across as rude. I'm just giving some live commentary on the trading and UI there. And someone hooked me up and taught me that on the live stream. So I appreciate whoever showed me the way. And I might lose 200 here. It's 2 for 6. Let's see what happens. 21 above the 200. Tight, though. It is kind of a symmetrical triangle. The bigger time frames are pulling on us. And I got 3. I had it typed up, so I got in, and now I'm sweating. I know, right? I think just emotionally traded. Got to call myself out. Interesting. Don't hesitate again, Sam. I know I hesitate on this one. I'll lose, though. Right? Sammy is Skynet. Shout out to Tony Rosas. God bless you, man. Thank you for being here. Tony, you've been with me a long time. God bless you, man. Hope everything's going well with you and yours, brother. Appreciate you more than you would ever know. I love my loyal lifers. They mean a lot to me. All right. I think I just emotionally traded. Got to call myself out. That's okay. That's what this channel is for, realizing where we're at and what we're doing. Here's a live trade on Weeks, folks. We just jumped on into it. If you're just new to the channel, my name's Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer. I started trading when I was about 20, 21. I started looking at stocks. By 23, I had bought a couple things. Then I started trading in 28, 29. I'm now 43. I've traded the Toronto Stock Exchange. I traded the New York Stock Exchange. I traded gold and silver. I traded Hecla Mining. I traded AMD. And then I Canopy Grow Corp. I got into marijuana stocks. I used the marijuana stocks to gain a bit of an edge, make my first 40, 50 grand. Then I learned about Bitcoin, about $350. I started accumulating around 800 to 1,000. And the rest is history. That kind of gave me a financial standing to leave the rat race and, get into the top, 10% of earners in the world or whatever. I don't want to be rude. And then I kept going. Then I had a passion for streaming, a passion for, talking on the mic, man. I love this mic. I love doing what we do. I love a talk show. And I have a passion for making money. And I combine those two things, and now I'm here every single day, folks. So God has given me a beautiful world and a beautiful place to be. And each and every one of you has also given me this beautiful opportunity to be here every single day. So thank you. I'm very appreciative of every moment I have on this earth and every time that I get to share with each and every one of you. And I want to stay positive all the time and say thank you to everyone that makes this show amazing. Without you guys here, I got no show. I go around the world. People say, oh, you have 107,000 subs. That's a big deal. And they want to work with me. They want to do different things. And it's each and every one of you that hit that button that created my community. Like, I walk around with 107. That's a badge, right? Shout out to the Greek crypto trader, man. God bless you. And we'll see what happens here. We're down 51 of the trade. We'll see where this goes. Canaan Bossum Cannabis. I don't know what that means, but God bless you, man. Are you enjoying the stream? Show your appreciation and hit that like button, said the Nightbot. Thank you, man. And yeah, the more people that hit that like button, man, I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So thank you. It's kind of how you show appreciation. It's a simple way. And if you hurt your finger on the way down, I know it can hurt. We have splints and some ice for your fingers. I just don't want to see anyone get hurt on their way down to that like button. It's a joke. It's just a running joke we have here. Like, what is he talking about? How could I hurt myself on the like button? Well, you'd be surprised. There's some people that are afraid to hit that like button, and I think they just don't want to get hurt. So I just want to let them know we have ice packs and mini splints for your finger if you're afraid to hit that like button because you're just worried you might get injured or something. I don't know. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know, man. I got Band-Aids on 4 of them right now. It's so crazy. Price might be down. It took a year to get that top. Now it all falls down. Money go out. Imagine how long to recover. Sammy watching from the beach, making gains in sandcastles. Life is good, dude. It sounds amazing, dude. It's a batch for sure. People want to subscribe to channels where they're spoon-fed what they want to hear. They don't want to subscribe to have to think, 100%. On my way to work, going through the car wash, amazing. They fell into the toilet. You're funny, man. Greetings from Canada. Old Polonia down for 2016. Mighty good karma. God bless you, man. Thank you. Nice to see you here. Hope everything's going well. You've been in the space a long time. We appreciate you. Let's take a look at the super chats and see what the fans are saying here. Lifer, I've been in the wallet trade and joined the 99. Currently up 6K. Have my stop loss implemented to capture profits. Riding it up. Dude, 6K. Why don't you just take the $6,000? That's a lot of money, man. Please don't run that back down. Do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor, but if I were you, I would take the $6,000 right now and call it a day. Go smoke a cigar and be like, I made $6,000 in 24 hours. I mean, you risked a lot. If it didn't go your way, it looks like you might have lost too. I only risked like $200, you know. I'm over here logged into 4 accounts. You either like it, want to promote it, or you're like every other. Actually, God bless you, but watch Sam Price. Thank you, man. Yeah. Hit that like button, join the 99, change your situation. That's what I'm saying, man. Put in the work. You owe it to yourself to become your best friend. You owe it to yourself to get the education that helps. And you owe it to yourself to keep pushing. You know, join a trading group that's going to keep you accountable for how you trade, because we actually have a system that works and we know what we're doing. And we've proven it time and time again around the world. Thousands and thousands of people have used my strategy to gain an edge and find an education. Yeah, I mean, you do what you want, man, but Dan, you're up $6,000, bro. And I guess now you're like, but if it keeps going, I can make 30 grand. I don't know. I would take at least 4 grand off that table right now and let the rest run. But you do whatever makes you happy. I'm not your boss over here. Bitcoin looking somewhat bullish, like it could break out. Right? It's starting to poke out of this tight channel. The 21's above the 200 with tightness. We should see some price action move here to 67,368. No guarantees. I'd love it if we go sideways for the next 6 hours. That's what I'm looking for. But, right? Making gains while making the dream. I love it, man. You're the goat, Sam. I love your stuff. I miss a lot of your calls due to work and 2 kids. Is it possible to put trade setups in one place in the Discord? They're in one place all the time, yeah. Yep. Trade setups are in one place, man. Yeah, if you're missing things, I don't know, it's on you. I don't know what else to tell you. I put all my video updates and all my charts right here. The only thing in here is really Bitcoin charts. Like, this is all Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. And the live stream, which has live trades. I'm giving live trades on the live stream. I don't know what else I can do, man. And then the altcoins here, this is all the altcoin setups. I don't want to give them all away right now to people that aren't paying, so. But this is where the setups are. Lifer trades and Lifer altcoins, that's it. It says it all this when you go to the watch first and the read first when you join the Discord. This is all in there. If you didn't watch this or read this, then you're not going to know what's going on, man. I can't. Then on top of that, I have an elite group of people, elite charts, and all they're doing is elite charts. All they do is post charts here. You know what I mean? If there's writing, the writing has everything to do with the charts. Right? This guy's telling you all the different things that we've been talking about. I mean, all the coins that have been hot, we know where the gains are. So check it out, man. Like, my team is constantly putting up charts, yeah. It's $99, bro. And on top of that, I have a class that people pay $2,000 for right here in the content directory. And, like, people pay $2 grand. You know, this is a class, man. It tells you when the market's open. London, Tokyo, New York. I explain candle bodies. You can kind of start understanding the types of candlesticks. And then it just goes into wedges and patterns. Cup and handle guide, right? Measured moves, the diamond pattern explained, how to trade the rising wedge, risk management, Fibonacci, support or resistance boot camp, the 21 cross of the 200, the checklist before entering a trade, stochastics, video fractals, VRVP, Fibonacci class. Like, learn your fibs, learn your support or resistance, learn your alerts, learn your stuff, learn your sauce. It's all right here for you for $99 a month. What else do you want, baby? Like, this is it. It's $99 to change your life. I'm here for 5 years every single day. My mission is to create a business that educates people, man, on a higher level. I'm doing it all the time. Does it mean I'm going to hit every trade? No. Even this curve right there is sketchy. I don't love this trade right now in the 1 minute. I'm taking it because it looks okay and there's some decent price action, but I want to see this dip, and I want to see the 1 hour make a nice flag today. And I want to make a big trade tonight at like 6, 8 o'clock. That's what I would like. That's what I'm desiring, but I may not get that. Sam, could you take it master on the daily? And let's take a look. We got a super chat coming in right now. Hey, Sam, can you take a look at MSTR on the daily? I see a head and shoulders. Just wondering your thoughts. Thanks. Shout out to Manuel. My name's Samuel. Our names are very similar. Thank you so much, Manuel. I love you, man. Let's take a look at Master, brother. All right. Stacks and Chun are a force of their own. With Sammy, I'm telling you, join the 99 for 30 days. You'll never leave. The key is getting started. 100%, man. I'm still confused about leverage. Cross leverage, is that the same as regular? No. Cross means, so say I have $22,000 in this account, and I trade Bitcoin. And I traded isolated, separated, right? And I put a margin into this. Like, look, I put $1,700 in margin with a stop loss at $200. Now, if I didn't have a stop loss, they could liquidate me for $1,700, but they couldn't liquidate me for $22,000. Now, if I go up here and I change this to cross, which you can't do right now, but if you cross, right, combined even, or just cross, or cross combined, it means all trades are connected. Like even this trade, this even your altcoin, look at this liquidation price, never get liquidated. See that? This can never get liquidated. That's what you want, right? That's the beautiful thing right there. But the point is, and you're up $500. You're in a never liquidated position, up $500. I mean, that's like people would pay gold for something like this, to be up $500 in a never liquidated position. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. The point is, you got to know what you're doing, know your risk. And I trade isolated because the only thing I can lose is what I've put in the trade. If I do cross, they can, and I don't use a stop loss. Now, the only good thing, here's the difference. Here's why people use cross leverage. All right, let me explain why people use cross leverage. And this is kind of like what's happening in the markets. S&P just on fire. NASDAQ probably also on fire. Both of them top blasting. I mean, this is insane. About to go to all-time highs again. I'd like to see this pull back, though. I mean, if it just keeps ripping, that's crazy. Like this, it's just breaking all. It's like there's no real all I'd have to say is this is the pattern. You would have to say this is it, and that's your leg. You're just going to continue to rip right up there. And now what we can do is we can start to trade smaller time frame patterns now. 5 minute, 1 minute on the NASDAQ. Anyway, let me get back into what I'm talking about. So why do people trade cross leverage instead? So let's take a look at Bitcoin recently. Let's go to the BTC USD all-time history index. And we're going to delete all this stuff here. Look, there's a call right there. Played out. Anyway. So let's just say you want a long Bitcoin. And you believe this is the absolute bottom. Okay? You go and what you do is big boys, they'll put 200 grand in the account. They'll long Bitcoin right here. And they'll throw $200,000 of tether in their account. They'll go cross leverage. Their liquidation price will be like $35,000. The odds of them getting liquidated are tiny, right? It's like it's down here. So what a lot of dudes do is they ape into trades with no stop loss, with so much cross margin, and then they're down, but all they have to do is wait for the price to get up a little bit, and then they make 10 grand, 20, you know what I mean? It's high risk, but if you have a lot of money backing you, you know, it can lower the risk in a way, but at the same time, if there's ever a black swan event or something crazy and it keeps coming down, you can't get out. You're going to have to cut it off, or you could get liquidated for the whole thing. And 90% of traders are doing this, 99, and they're getting liquidated for their whole account all the time. Whenever you see these big moves, this big move today, and the pump to the upside last night, tons of people were short and their accounts got liquidated. When I'm showing you BOOKMAP, these are liquidations. This is a heat map order book. These aren't just stop losses. These are people who have used no stop loss. And this is telling us when we get to 67.7, we're going to take out tons of shorts. They're going to get absolutely liquidated. You see what I'm saying? So these are a bunch of people cross leverage. I don't trade that way, man. Like, I know that's not a great way to trade. It puts too much at risk and your emotions can play into the game, and then you can start using that money. It's open-ended. I like trades that have a beginning and an end. a stop loss, and a take profit. We're either going to win or we're not. I can move on at the end of the day. Once you're cross leveraged, that trade can go on and on for weeks in your mind because you're always sitting there like, oh my God, how, you know? I have one trade like that because I started a trade with a bot. The bot did great. I've got into Bitcoin when it was like 60K, and I bought a whole Bitcoin. It turned that into 1.5 Bitcoin, and Bitcoin went to 120,000. Think about it. It turned the 60 grand into $180,000. I greedily didn't take the money because I just like the Bitcoin was keep going, and I kept the trade going. I actually made it a little more aggressive. Not thinking Bitcoin was going to dump. I just thought it was going to be able to handle the dumps. But the day I made it aggressive, it got itself into a big trade and got underwater. So like, I kind of mismanaged it. It also was supposed to be able to go long and short at the same time, and it didn't have that accessibility, and that kind of hindered me. Had it had that, I could have collateralized it into a short, and it would be fine. Anyway, what I had to do is I pumped 100 grand into that trade to keep the cross going, and now my liquidation is 23,000. So I'm in one of those positions right now. I have like a $200,000 position somewhere, on another exchange. It's sitting there, and when Bitcoin goes back to 160, 180 grand, I'm going to make tons of money. I'm paying fees every day to keep it open too. I'm using some type of, I'm using some interest, I'm gaining some interest to pay for the fee, but it's evening itself out. But it's a pain in the butt. You know what I mean? And again, that's what I had to do. Now there's ways to mitigate. You got to know what you're doing. And you don't have to lose money. If you have enough money, you don't have to lose it. Like if you were in a trade, 200 grand, cross leverage, and you had $1 million, technically you could throw $1 million in that and you could bring your liquidation level down to $10,000. But a lot of people did that on October 10th, and there was unrealistic liquidation levels that were never supposed to hit. And people had tons of money back in their positions, and they got wiped. And that was the sketchiest thing ever, man. You know what I mean? So now, right now, if you had a $10,000 liquidation on Bitcoin, there's a good chance you're not going to lose that trade. So you could pile in right now to a massive long. And then you could keep 500 grand in Tether just sitting here and then go cross margin. And what it would do is it would lower your liquidation so low that they couldn't really, the odds of you probably can't lose that trade. Now, it may take a year and a half to get paid. That's going to take some time, but that's fine, right? This trade looks like it could be turning for us to the upside. See how it's kind of bending back up, getting back above the 21-day moving average here on weeks? I like what I'm seeing here. So does everyone understand trading cross leverage now a little bit better? Did this help anybody else, or does everybody know all this and I was just speaking to the choir? You know what I mean? But did this help a large group of people? Like you guys like, no, this is exactly what I needed to know. Thank you. I hope I helped some people. I made 14 BK on October. I don't know what a BK means, but I hope it goes well for you, man. This is golden information, my gosh. Thank you, Sam. Yeah. I'm trying to turn 40K and 100K this year. That's my goal. I love it, man. Set it and keep working for it till you do it. All right. Very informative. Thank you, Sammy. I only cross trade on 1.5x. Interesting. That was awesome. Thank you, everyone. I just wanted to make sure we know what's up. So look, our trade just flipped green. Bitcoin just popped. If you took the entry with me, you are in the green. The original entry was 66,590. I got in a little late. We've now flipped ourselves, based the break even on the fee. And the other trade's cooking still too, though. And remember, we got the weekly trade cooking. And so we're good. I did not know. Again, we are learning. I love it. No, the whole point is for you not to know. I want to make sure people are getting information. You weren't supposed to know. I don't want to put anyone down. Shout out to Servando Estrada, man, an OG lifer who's been in the game for a long time. Shout out to Wes Morgan. Shout out to Sacred Station. Shout out to Maxim Eroy. Shout out to Zach Harak. Shout out to Philly Love 215. Shout out to Salute. Man, and look at this. This thing is starting to run up a little bit. It's not amazing, but we're starting to get a little bit of a push here to the upside. I like it. I like it a lot. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Keep hitting that like button. You guys are in charge of the stream. It's not me. I can't do it. I can only show up every day. I can't force this stream to continue to win. You guys have to keep telling people about the stream. You guys have to feel great that the stream is helping you and tell the rest of the world that this is it. Let's get 980, 390. What's going on? You know what I mean? I'm so grateful for the 392 that did hit that like button. Dear Lord, thank you for the people that you did bring into my life that are awesome and that know the meaning of that like button to me. I'm a small business. That helps my kids, my wife, everyone. Really appreciate it. He says, we cooking. A little bit, not too much. Looks like we're kind of curling back down now. Shout out to Ron Torque 5407, man. Love you, brother. I'm out of Band-Aids, my man. Looks tight. It does look pretty tight. Just be careful of lower volume on that setup. That's all. Followed you on X. Thank you, man. I'm on X all the time, giving information out. You're going to love it if you follow me on X. Also, behind-the-scenes stuff, all sorts of stuff. You'll love it. Spread the love. Fish grease, my man. I don't love the scalp, to be honest. That's why I made it such a small trade, you know. I just want to, much love to Samster. God bless you, man. Thank you. Sam, I had a long 59 one. I moved myself a bit too far above my entry, but made gains. That's okay, man. You know what I want you to focus on right now? I made gains, and I want you to say, dear Lord, thank you for helping me make gains. And say, I'm so grateful for the gains I made. Seriously, joining the trading group already paid me for the year on Just Wild. Thank you, Sammy. Truly blessed. Look at this. Dude, can you like write that on Twitter, send this to the world? Can my team take this and turn this? What I wanted my team to do, and I was explaining this to Sean, I wanted you to put this into Photoshop and make like a cool looking version of what he just said. It's a real testimonial. So you could take a screen name, JC55777s, and turn this into like a really cool, something cool, like put like, you know, fluorescent outline around it, make it look like Tron. And be like, this is what people say when they join the group, cryptolifer.com. Put the QR code or something and make it a cool X post for me, and I'll put it on X later on today. Help me market, guys. Everyone in the entire team should help me market in a creative way. Sean, Lakochi, every one of us. You know what I mean? We should all have some kind of, hey, every day there should be a new idea. Hey, we could use this. We could use that. I need help, guys. I'm coming up with it all the time. I'm on Twitter like for 5-6 hours a day. I'm in the charts for 5-6-7 hours a day. I'm attempted to be with my family sometimes. You know what I mean? I need as much help as I can, guys. It's getting even more intense for me. So literally, I'm asking for help. Sean, everyone out there, if you can help me come up with even more ideas here for X posts, anything. So I appreciate it. Yeah, Wild took a little bit of a hit back down there. I mean, it was a nice pump. That's why when that guy said he was up 6K, I would say I would take that money, man. Nothing is sustainable, especially in crypto. Like, you know? Yeah, but people will take some profits. That was a big pump. You want to see the 1 hour now make a flag with the two, you know what I mean? That's all. You want to keep moving your stop loss so you can't lose a lot. Shave off the risk, you know? Yeah. Yo, Lifers just joined in. God bless you, man. Thank you. Go to cryptolifer.com to find out more. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. So let's take a look at the, around the horn. We have this a setup too on XLM inside the trading group. Light stellar lumens was looking good on that daily 200 moving average. Main reason why we took advantage of that call. And a lot of people are up right now. Lit also looks like it may continue. My baby Canton CC tokenization is huge. I think this is going to continue to go to the upside. My last two videos, SpaceX and Canton CC, really put it on the map for you, showed you where to go, how to go, and what to do. It's up to you if you took that information or not, but amazing. And look, 20%, one of the biggest gainers there was the setup that we had there. Zcash pumping back with that fork. They have a fork that made the exploit, basically negated the exploit. Everything's fine now. Aave back in the game. Figured Beat would get beat down. So would H. They both had some trouble after massive pumps last week. And so, I mean, you put so much weight on that. So, yeah. And Near finally getting up there. Pepe, Sky, AI, Ondo, showing signs of life. So, okay, guys, I want to see what the chat is saying here and give you guys some time. So let me see what the chat's saying. You guys teach me so much all the time. And I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm new in 20 profit. Not much. Still 40%. Hey, dude. I'm not watching any YouTubers who bash on top of the mat and more. I mean, glad you didn't bash on him. Yeah, I don't know. I'm too focused on the charts, man. The charts teach me so much more than getting into like political rhetoric. It doesn't do anything for me. You called Canton like a superhero, and now it's one of the hottest coins in the game. I mean, let's take a look at Canton CC. I always get an instinct. I got a crazy trader instinct when it comes to investing too. I just got this nose. My nose for investing has helped me throughout my life. I got into Bitcoin dumb early. I got into Canopy Grow Corp dumb early. Heck, I was in AMD pretty dang early. I was trading gold and silver and I started buying gold and silver. Silver was $13 an ounce when I started buying it. I started buying gold at $9.80. I think $8.90 was my lowest price of gold I ever bought, you know. Been watching you 3 years now. Can you check SWE? I'll check SWE for you, man. Thank you. And appreciate the loyalty, brother. Shout out to Hank Solman, man, for coming on in. He's been a lifer for 3 years. God bless you, brother. That's awesome. I love hearing stuff like that. I like Canton. This thing's going to boom. I see it going up to 23 cents. You make, it is what it is. I do hold it. I will open that, I do hold a chunk of it. And I might actually continue to buy a little more. So, people said XRP is pumping. Following that Stellar Lumens move to the upside. Nice pump for XRP. Look, I even drew it. Said it would likely pump back to the 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. It's exactly where it's going. And I'd like to see Bitcoin follow that same move. But nice pump for XRP. 17-cent gain there. On the bigger picture, though, it's going to take some time. But I see it headed back to its daily 200 moving average. Yeah, there you go. It's in this falling wedge, just like Bitcoin is. Eventually, it'll break out. These are great prices. You buy at the low. You're not chasing the top. Remember, you're not chasing the top. Remember we sold the top, 286? Or maybe it's even higher, maybe 3. I don't know. But remember when I sold that top for XRP? I got myself some CC spot, yeah. And then we have XLM. That was a pretty simple setup. If you go by my system really had it spot on. It said Stellar Lumens was going to move. And we'll show you why. Show you why it looked like Stellar was likely going to pump here. And just kind of, so you could understand the Sammy sauce, man. We were looking at the 4-hour 200 moving average. And it's again, I use the 200 for entries, for exits, for ideas. And right here, I kept telling everyone, this is a perfect time to buy. Stop loss below the 786 Fibonacci retracement. It says it's going to pump. It's touching the 200. Man, I've seen that pump so many times in my life. And that 18 cents all the way up to 22. And there you go with a little ride to the upside there for Stellar Lumens, right? Okay. No, we can't do regional pricing. No. I love you, though. I appreciate it. The information's so good. You know why? The gains aren't regional. You see what I'm saying? Like the $100 you make is still $100, whether you're in Singapore, Guadalupe, you know what I mean? Chile, Bolivia, El Salvador. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense. It's not a ratio to win there, So the information is gold. It'll get you out. I know the information I teach can get almost anyone out of poverty, man, if they focus and keep pushing in any place in their world. And so what? You're in a third world country. You only have $3. I get it. It's tough. I see what you're saying, though. I'd like to make it a little more, but that's why I'm here for free every day. I teach you how to make the money for free so you can then join the trading group. I know people in third world countries that have messaged me and said, hey, I come from a place with $1 a day, man, and I feed my family now, and I joined the trading group. I made it happen. So I don't know how they did it, but they did it. Right? Yeah, man. No, but green olives or black olives? Do green olives matter or do black olives matter? I mean, I just don't know. All right? I got myself some CC. Right? I don't know. Please don't swear on the channel, man. It's kind of whack. Yeah, there's kids here, and it just shows lack of class. Yeah. So we gave this to the trading group. I gave this to the group. I went over it in depth and said, hey, this is a likely setup that's looking really nice. We've had, this is different now. The trading group is operating at a more optimal level in the last few weeks. If you left a few, because we were at less altcoin setups, we're back in with massive setups. We're getting pumps all the time. And so look here, I mean, you can just see this is how you get it. But here's looking for a bounce here off the 706 fib, right? If that comes down to that 706 and booms, you keep the stop loss below that level. That thing went sideways and continued to pump. And then we even gave other setups on the live stream. This wormhole looks like it's going to do some damage. I didn't even want to expose that, but there it is. You guys saw it, right? So we talked about the NASDAQ, and look at it on the smaller time frames now, just like out of control. This is crazy. And it's the SpaceX IPO that's really, it's a hit right now. Let's take a look at SpaceX and see how SpaceX is trading on the NASDAQ. Wow, it's going well, folks. We're in the money now, and people are even further in the money. I have to be honest, this looks like there's not much to go on it, and we'll look at it on the crypto side because the chart's just a little bigger there, but that tells me it's going to explode. I believe it goes to 200 and never goes below it. I think 200 becomes the bottom for SpaceX. We see a 5x to $1,000 in the next few years. It just makes sense. WorldCoin taking a bit of a hit there after that pump, but it just needs to bounce off the 1 hour, 21-day moving average. If we can hang long enough to get that gain, there could be a bigger payday there. The Bitcoin trade's still in the money right now, too. We're going to give you, we're going to update you on that Bitcoin trade. We don't leave you hanging. So we have live Bitcoin trading, macro updates, all coin setups. Like, this live stream does not stop. Life lessons, leverage mastery, you know what I mean? We talk about leverage and all the different types of trading leverage, why people use cross. Wow, that's so crazy. Bitcoin looks so nice for a second. Like, in the 3-minute candle, moved it. This candle was full-bodied green and then just went full-body red in literally a half a second. Setup still looking pretty tight, but it could be considered a symmetrical triangle. These usually do break to the downside, but this tightness looks nice. The 21 over the 200 suggests that there's a short squeeze coming here. BOOKMAP on our side with big red above us too as well. We're also teaching you how to read liquidity and how to use BOOKMAP, which tells you where people's stop losses are and where they're likely going to get liquidated. They don't think we can see them. We can see all of them. We know exactly where they are. It's kind of insane. They think they're hidden from us, but we know exactly where they are. It's pretty nuts. All right. So, yeah, man, I called the S&P and basically called the NASDAQ as well because they mirror each other beautifully well. I see SpaceX pumping to 219. Looks like it might go for more. All right. And look, if you go on spot here too, you can just type in it. You can go to spot trading. And they have SpaceX here too on spot, which is pretty nice. They have SpaceX on, hot and new. There it is. Because it was pre, now it's on, right? And so if that breaks out like it looks like it might, I mean, it's not going to be amazing. And it might have more volume on a stock market exchange. I'm just putting that out there, right? But that thing could boom. I could see a move up to 230. You know what I'm saying? I could really see a move up to 230. So that thing could boom to the upside. Quite interesting, See, orders may fail due to stock market closure. That's the only thing when you're trading tokenized assets on the stock market. You know what I mean? So they got SpaceX on Sol, and then there's the SpaceX. This is the one we want right here. SpaceX USDT. That's the perk, right? And so, like, if we get a move here, I mean, that's showing signs of a move. It's kind of looking just like Bitcoin, which is interesting. And they did come out with, they're the 8th largest Bitcoin holder. I think they have 18. Is it 18,000? I think more. There's got to be more than that. But they have a large amount of BTC, folks. The 8th largest holder of Bitcoin in the world, SpaceX. I mean, they're the future of it all, right? So here's where you can trade exposure to SpaceX right here, right now on WEEX. This looks like it's gonna moon. I have to be honest. I feel like I'm spreading myself all over the place with the trades, but that looks interesting to me. 262 risk-reward ratio. I like my stop loss below the 200 moving average. I can still shave it right there. I don't think I'm going to take this trade. I want to look at it, though, to see 182 to 89. And then the stop loss there is going to be at, 170, 61. I mean, it looks like it could moon. 150 for 450, and you get a nice little pump. 5% move on SpaceX. So see how you can you could take, you could be speculative on this stuff. And you can do it all over the place. And once you learn how to trade, I mean, you can trade anywhere you want. You can trade Tether, you can trade this, you can trade stocks, you can trade anything. It doesn't matter. You're in control. I want to take a look at Solana right now, too, and see how the big boy's moving. Also want to take a look at VVV. Oh, and someone asked me about a trade, and I forget what it was. I'm so sorry. It wasn't a super chat, though, and that's why you got to super chat me. My mind works so fast, it's hard for me to keep track of everything going on in it. Seriously, my brain's flying at 1,000 miles a minute here on the stream. VVV had that bounce. It's still kind of, the moving average is still pretty far apart, though. I look at that 3-day. 3 days actually pretty close to the 21, so I do something like this, see if it comes down, comes back up. I'd like to see it consolidate. It looks like it might, though. It's going to take some time. It's got a bigger market cap, bigger use case, but look at that. I mean, that might be a beautiful sideways. In August 5th, we start to moon. Could we have an alt season in August? Bitcoin pumping, folks. 66,750. And it wants to flatten these shorts to the upside. Let's take a deeper look here of what's happening. It now has flipped green. $70. Trades higher than it was the entire time, right? I'm the king of 3%. We're back in the money yet again. So let's see. That was technically a breakout for sure. Let's see if it's sustainable. And we get this continuation. 21 above the 200. We should get a bump. I've been studying this. This is where most of the money happens. This is where 99% of the pumps happen, so this is where it should happen. I'm not saying it's going to guaranteed happen, but this is where it should. This is where we go for the gusto. All right. Let me jump back into the chat. You people are amazing. I don't want to miss out interacting with the chat. I'm new to trading. Trading group will be helpful for a new trader. Dude, jump into the trading group. It'll change your life. It'll just set you straight. It'll give you parameters. You know. Oh, the trading group will be amazing for you. Unbelievable. It's the best. But don't do that, and that you're gonna, you know. Sweet, I believe it was. I'm gonna chart my girlfriend's moves and swing that earphone at you. Can't believe you said the bottom for SpaceX is 200. You realize that has a negative cash flow. Why would it be a top 3 company in the world without making real profits? Hey man, I'm just telling you because people are gonna over speculate on it regardless of what you think about it. And over time, it might make profits. What if someone said, what if it starts mining? You know, it finds a bunch of assets in Mars and it starts mining them. I'm just saying, I'm going over this narrative. Could you take a look at Master on the daily? I see Head and Shoulders, just wondering your thoughts. Yeah, bro, so many people don't know about SpaceX and the Google deal. Yeah, I talked about it, man. Google put $900 million in SpaceX. They made 150x on that, $140 billion. Nice pump for Bitcoin. If you took the trade, you're up in the gains now. And if you were on the channel, look, I'm going to say this again. I think I've said this every single day for the last 7 days. But if you're on the channel and you made gains, look, if you're on the channel and you made gains, put a 333 in the comment section. But seriously, if you're on the channel and you made gains, put a 333 in the comment section. Let's go, baby. Get those likes up to 500 on the stream. That's amazing. I'm feeding you guys gains, man. What else do you want? Is it sustainable? That was a nice pump. Is it sustainable? That's the question. I don't want to lose no monkeys. I'm going to move my stop loss to like $67. 333. Exactly. Shout out to all my lifers who made gains on the trading. That's the difference between this show and all the other shows. They show up, they show you this, they show you that. Did they actually make you gains? Did they show you when to get in? Did they teach you the sauce? You know what I mean? This is the way, baby. This is the way. Someone said MAGMA getting tight. Well, the last time it did that, it was a beautiful pump. One of the better calls I've made in a long time. Because we said to map it out. We watched it. It did exactly what we wanted it to do. MAGMA, baby. Not MAGA, MAGMA. We got that. Wow, we did hit that target too. Dang, very close to 62. If you're enjoying the stream, show your appreciation and hit that like button. And don't forget, you can win a golden luxury escape with WEEX, baby. Hit that link. All right. Someone says about to break 67,000. That looks good to me. The way that's an indecision doji we dumped at the beginning of the candle on the 3-minute chart. Now we're coming up for more. Let's get this pump, baby, and continue to get paid. And it's one of, once you catch the uptrend, the way I trade, man, it just starts to pay us well. I'm going to start moving that trade into break even soon. Look, I can't lose any money now. We're at break-even price of the trade, basically. I'm going to keep this other trade open. I want World to bounce off the 1 hour 221 moving average, create another flag, and then pump. We should be up another 1,000 by tomorrow if everything goes well. Another $1,000. Sammy teaching gainitis here on the show. Thank you for coming on in. Right? Deal signed, baby. Deal signed, baby. Deal has been signed. If it matters much, but that should explode price. It says this has not been signed. Where did you get the news for the signing? Where did you get the news? I think it would be all over X right now if the deal was signed. Let's take a look here. I'd be waiting for that. Sebi, isn't that Dr. Sebi, right? That guy was amazing. Live. Hump. What is going on? I don't see it.
It's getting to the point where
I don't see it happening over here.
I think that
Right? I don't see any news, man, about... I don't see it, man. Supposed to be signing end of the week. Iran said it would sign Israel and Lebanon again. I miss Fable already. Isn't that crazy how quick they took it from you guys? Like we had AI and then they just ripped it. It was awesome, then it wasn't. He said MAGMA getting tight. I like the bounce there. Price action's all over the place though. I see what you're saying there on the 5 and the 15. It looks okay. It is getting a little tight on the 15. I don't like the curving moving average there. Usually kind of... I'd got to give it like 2-3 more hours. I mean, at least 2 more hours. If it can kind of green and go sideways, then it's a possible trade. But something about it right now, I'd wait. You know, I heard they signed on Friday, not signed Friday, listed yet. It's signed. Who keeps saying it's signed? Why does this guy keep telling us that they signed it if they didn't sign it? On the 19th is the signing. Iran says it's on Friday, but that's what you're talking about in Switzerland, right? Friday. Deal signed. Look at this. Deal not signed. 60-day window for nuclear production stoppage awaiting for Iran's acceptance. Exactly. It's not signed. It will be signed on the 19th. Thank you. Yeah, we're getting like bombarded with misinformation here. For some people, you're smart enough to build a dedicated server, aka developer mode, AI unit, then you still have enough capability plus so much more that the world does not. I agree. I need someone to come develop one of those for me. Don't ever forget to sell the news events, especially after the huge bump showing signs of egestion. You sound like you're like thinking too much. I trade stupid, man. Yeah, I just like flag in, do, you know what I mean? I don't trade all that smart stuff. Trading stupid, guys. Flag 21, get in. I make so much money trading stupid. When I analyze, and what does that mean? I don't want to put in, but when I sit there and analyze the market and look like a smart aleck and go, when I do Neanderthal style, flag above 200, go in. Like, I make money, man. So trading stupid is the best thing you could do. I heard someone say it the other day. Trading stupid. And I find it the awesome way to trade. I love it. You don't have to wait for a pivot. You don't have to wait for a 15-minute candle close, which is also not, there's some really good ways to trade out there that I don't trade them. I'm not saying they're bad because I don't do them. I just, I haven't learned them. There's so many different things to learn. I love the tie. Looking very handsome today. Brand new tie. Never wore this tie before. I actually tied it today. A lot of my ties are already tied, and I just put them on because I don't have time to tie ties in the morning when I'm in the market. But I tied this tie. It's a brand new tie. Thank you to my wife's family. Her cousins bought me this tie. I've had it in the packaging or whatever, hanging on the plastic thing for 6 months. Haven't worn it yet. Decided, hey, I got so many ties, it's insanity. Now we're in the trade thoroughly nicely, and this thing is pumping well. So, again, I've given so many live entries in the last 48 hours. In the last 72 hours, it's insane. I don't have to be live for hours on end to show you where to get in. Like, there's an entry and there's an exit, and it's not all day. Like, there's moments to get in and moments to get out, right? Yeah, just saying a plan for the next trade is all. Exactly, yeah. The double Windsor's pretty nice. Hey, wait a second. I don't see no pocket square. Yeah, you don't wear a pocket square when you're wearing a, you know what I mean? Look at that pump for Bitcoin to the upside. A nice scalp. And now, I mean, we're just seeing what we're supposed to see here. A nice fat movement for Bitcoin. Now you can definitely move that stop loss into position. And takes care of the fees and everything else. We're ready to rock. We keep this other position open. And then the weekly trade still pumps. We're about to go to 67,000, folks. I'm up 888 in the weekly trade, too. That thing is booming. And the weekly just candle looks really nice. Today is strong for the opening of, wow, look at that pump for Bitcoin. That's unsustainable. That's where you, oh my goodness, that's where you start to get out. That's a short squeeze. Massive move for Bitcoin to the upside. Shout out to anyone that's in this trade with me. 455 in the trade. I'm going to make sure we take at least 400. They got me there. I mean, you got to sell wicks like that. Candles like that are insane. You know that was a short squeeze. We showed you BOOKMAP was telling us we were going higher into the red. We gobbled up the red yet again. BOOKMAP has been 100% accurate for the last week straight. It has not stopped giving us the entries, telling us where we're going to go. It's now telling us 68,000 is coming for Bitcoin. Massive pump for BTC. Shout out to anyone that just took that flag with me to the upside. We do that 10 times a day. It only took us 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, 12 minutes, 3-minute candles to make about 450. You guys see me printing money day and night. You guys see me making money yesterday, the day before, today, the live stream, taking profits. Dude, trading stupid, man. Trading complete dumb, dude. Yeah. Exactly. And I'm going to say it again. How many people made gains trading on the during the live stream? This sounds insane. I've said it every day. Put a 333 if you made gains trading with the lifer on the live stream today. Why don't we have 10,000 people watching us right now? The weekly trade banging to the upside. I had a limit at 67,000. I'm out. I mean, that's a great place to sell at 67K. I could smell a move coming, folks. And see how I do it? See how we figured this out, and we knew exactly when to buy. Can't beat this. Now the wild trade's going to start pumping again. I believe that thing's going to take some liquidity. This should be up $2,000 by tomorrow. Exactly. Banging to the upside. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I keep missing the trades, but made a tiny profit today at least. Okay. He says he shorts now. Why do you short immediately in a massive uptrend with a lot of liquidity? Sam, your data and my own, we're on the same page since Friday. Good work, brother. God bless, man. Hey, dude, I know what I'm doing, man. We made it across the Grand Canyon. God bless you, brother. I heavily shorted now. Have a good time, Matty. God bless you, bro. Yeah, I don't owe you anything, Matt. I owe you nothing. You don't deserve to ever know my net worth. It's none of your dang business. I have to be honest. Like, it's a security risk at that point for me. Like, just know I'm here every single day, and if you learn what I learn, just look what happened today. Like, I live trade in front of you. What else do you want, man? Just made $3K with you at 75X. Thank you, Sammy. That's amazing, bro. Why don't you send in a $100 super chat? Why would you short it now? He's shorting the possible bearish D. I don't know, man. It's likely going to hit 67,478. Passed an eval with the lifer sauce. Thank you. Shout out to Rudy. Banging on him. My man, he said KMNO just ripped to the upside. I wonder how good it did. Camino? Like El Camino? Wow, what a pump, dude. That's insane. Nailed it. Another call with the lifers, man. My chicken just all in one. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Think about messing with Sammy. Hey. Suey to the moon, somebody said. I think SpaceX is about to take some movement here. We're going euphoric style, man. Everything wants to pump. Nobody cares. We just sold out. That looks like it's going to continue to the target now. We got to look at the 1 minute now and look for a flag on the 1 minute time frame. Looks like it don't need it. It might be pumping on the 30-second. That may just touch back to the 21-day moving average, though, and give us a little pump. That measured move takes you to a higher high there, about 67,800. I wish you see one day in a real life with Sammy, give you a huge go out to eat and just chill and relax and talk about life and crypto. God bless, brother. Let's get it done. I'm around, man. I'm in Florida. Sam is out, ready to break out of the flag you had drawn. It looks likely. If it hasn't changed, then yes. If nothing has changed since my last post on it, then yes. Yeah, you know this. You guys, lifers, you guys know how to trade this stuff. I've given you guys the sauce every single time. What a massive pump for Bitcoin. ONDO's breaking out. I already told you guys about ONDO. Looks like it's headed up to 57. Only a matter of time with the real RWA tokenization. You called it, man. WorldCoin flying, baby. It's okay. It could be doing better. It'll start pumping better later. When to take profit on ONDO, I'm up big. Whenever you go, I mean, you're up big. Why don't you just take profit? I mean, you do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. Yeah. You forgot Soul, Sammy. We'll take a look at Soul. I never lost my soul, baby. Wow, Bitcoin wanting to do more damage. This thing just won't stop. I'm so happy I got that week. See, I can sell that trade because I got the weekly trade open. Right. I've been in the wild trade, joined the 99, currently up 6K. That's crazy. Hey, Sam, can you take a look at Master on the daily? We looked at SPCX too as well. Hard work pays off. We looked at Wild. For your wild trade, do you use cross lever? Nope. Shout out to Michael Reinhardt. Okay, so let's look at Master and Solana. All right. I gave a call for Master. Somewhere was like 199 or something. It was on the weekly, if I remember correctly. As I said, Master looks like it's going to reverse there, 125. You know, and it did. It bounced up to 198. Slammed back down when we got into those bearish times, but now it looks like we're double bottoming. Back to the upside. I believe this is a great place to buy Master at support. Heads back up to 580. And I think 400%, if Bitcoin goes up 400%, that's going to be, what, like a $240,000 Bitcoin? I mean, it could happen. I'm not saying it can't, but this looks like it may outperform Bitcoin. I don't know, though. I think I'd rather buy Bitcoin than Master, but it does look good to me. The chart looks good to me. Sol was looking beat to the ground. It got a massive short squeeze. But look, I saw it in this bear flag, likely to drop to the downside. And when something's really beat to the ground, it gets what's called bullish divergence on the weekly. That's a swing up on the RSI, a swing down, and it's very rare. Last time you had bull div on the weekly was right around here, where this swung down, that swung up. And yeah, that tells me that's likely the bottom for Solana. I see it in this giant falling wedge. And I wouldn't be surprised if it starts to break out of what looks to me as kind of like a massive cup and handle. I still hold Sol, and I will sell it for massive gains. Jump in another trade with the 99, up another 1,000. My man, look at this, dude. Now he's up another 1,000. This guy's making like $7,000 a day. I'm telling you, man, people make a lot of money in the trading group. I see it all the time. It's pretty crazy what happens. I'm excited for them. I can see them making gains, and like they don't have to go to work anymore. They can do it from their home. And when this market starts to really rip, the stuff that we've learned and the risks management that we've put together, it can really start to pay off in a major way. When you're printing $400 every 10, 20 minutes, like here on the stream, I made, you know, we already made dang near, what, we made almost, dang, man, today's been a great day. You know what I'm saying? When you just go over the facts, like, so. Yeah, Fable 5 shut down by U.S. government as Bitcoin pumps on Iran news. Pretty awesome, man, when you think about it. So, shout out to the Knicks for winning the championship, man. It was nice. You know, I'm going to say one thing that people are going to boo me for. Would the Knicks ever really won if Jason Tatum never ruptured his Achilles? Ooh, that's... I got to be honest, if Jason Tatum never ruptures his Achilles, the Knicks may never win a championship, man. I got to be honest. You guys got so lucky, bro. The Celtics had your number, and we fell apart, dude. We were up on the Knicks, right? We were up on the Knicks 3-1. Isn't that true? Like, and the Knicks clawed back, right? Man. No, that's when we fell apart. It was the 76ers. Yeah, that's who we were whipping. We beaten the 76ers 3-1. Yeah. I was about to say, it wasn't the Knicks. We didn't play the Knicks. We didn't get that far. All right. So now, look, you set up the next trade like this. This is what I do. And again, all my risk management is coming from the measured move. You see what's happening here? There's so much to learn, even by just watching what I'm doing. The target. That thing might just looking like it's going to moon again. I'd love to see it consolidate a little bit, like come down, but dang. That candle looks strong on the 1 minute. Take profit 67, 967. Or 960 even. And again, I may never enter this trade. Some people will front run my ideas before they even like come to fruition. Nothing I can do about it. There you go, 300 for 900. You keep risking less than what you made to gain more. So at the end of the day, if you do lose this trade, you're still up on the day. The key is to make sure that if you made a green day, you go to bed with a green day. A lot of people are up like me right now, but they're not going to go to bed up. They're going to actually mess it up. They're going to overtrade it, go crazy. They're going to get emotional. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to explain to your kids that you passed on Bitcoin at $60,000? 20 years from now, when Bitcoin's $1 million, $20 million a coin, and you had access to it at $60,000, you're going to explain to your family that you basically botched the bag? I'm not. You know, my kids are going to be like, damn, Daddy took care of us. Daddy knew what was right. Daddy was paying attention. You know? Daddy made sure that he allocated into the best asset in the world. He used the math to figure it out. Supply and 8-year-old math, supply and demand, man. They're going to continue to print money. There's 21 million. 4 million have been lost. More people will lose some. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. You know what I mean? And people still are weary of Bitcoin. I don't know what it is. I don't think I should. Dude, when I meet somebody, say someone does my pool, I meet someone that makes less money than me. I can kind of assess that they make less money than me. The first thing I do after getting comfortable with them, I say, hey, man, have you ever heard about Bitcoin? Do you ever think about buying a little bit of Bitcoin? You know what I mean? And I just educate them on the best money in the world. You know what I'm saying? Dude, this looks like it's going to continue to moon. I feel like I should just jump in now and throw caution to the wind. Nice that I did a nice little, come on down. Make a beautiful flag for me, baby. Let's go, Bitcoin. Do your thing. Do your thing, bitty Bitcoin. BTC. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Dang, near over 1,200 people jumping in concurrent. So many people here. Hit that like button, get everyone. We have up to 500 likes on the stream. We should have 1,000 likes, but I'll take it in the summer. All right. You know what? I'm reading this this realization. The creator of Minecraft sold his company for $2.5 billion and built a life of luxury. However, after a while, from the terrace of his $70 million home, he wrote the following: I have everything, but there's nothing left for me to strive for. I never felt this lonely in my life. They show that money can't solve everything. I mean, if you had me and my wife, we're on a journey together. Like, I'm a human being that met another human being. It doesn't matter how rich I'd ever get. Tomorrow morning, I get to wake up with my wife, and it's a journey. Like, she's an amazing person to be around. Like, I felt like I came here to learn more about my wife every day and explore the relationship I have with her. She's amazing. And so I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Also, I like just walking in the woods. Like, that never gets old to me. Going on a hike, exploring nature. I would just keep exploring the world, man. I would set up trip after trip, place after place, and then I would come home to my house and miss it. Then I'd go to another beautiful, I'd go to a trip to the Andes Mountains. I'd go to Machu Picchu. Every week I'd have a new place. I'd be so excited. I'd be so grateful. How could this guy be? His mindset is messed up, man. He's got it all, right? It's probably true what he just said there. You know what I mean? Have kids and go to the gym. Endless potential, 100%. Like your kid. Also, I have 3 kids. They're endless. Learning what my kids are doing and growing with them, that's endless potential. Kids are beautiful, man. Kids are amazing, right? So let me kind of leave off with what Bitcoin's doing here as we end the stream and see what's happening to BTC. I'm going to delete all my old work and just kind of look at it again. Beautiful candle movement on the weekly. We have a wick to the downside, which suggests it can close green. We are just starting the week. We'll see where this goes. We've had beautiful green candles that end up in despair. The daily looks like it's headed to the 200 moving average eventually. The 8-hour wants it. The 4-hour is clearing the way for a move up to the 200. It's a little far for the 21. We are getting a red candle right now. Smart that I took profits on my trades. A little bit of bear div kind of, and we're high on the RSI. We went from the low to the high on the 1 hour, which tells me we may need to kind of chill out. A little bit of bear div here too on the 15-minute. This could be a shoulder, head, right shoulder. So what I'm seeing is a little bit of bear div. Same exact story here. I'm going to make my twisted sister. That's when I make these 2 patterns. One of them will fill out. It doesn't matter which one. And then we take whatever one fills out. I'd preferably like the higher one. 21 comes into play. I see sideways price action up until 6 to 8 o'clock tonight. I think we got what we could get out of that. We got that last little pump. That was that last short squeeze to try to grab the late shorts. And I wouldn't short right now back to the 21. I would just kind of stay sideways right now. And I think altcoins are going to fly now that Bitcoin goes sideways. So I'll be posting altcoins, looking for beautiful setups. I already have a bunch in the trading group. Pay attention. Go to CryptoLifer.com to kind of keep up with us if you can. I don't take days off, so I don't know if you can keep up with me. But if you can, keep showing up. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you more than you would ever know. Thank you so much for one of the most amazing, awesome, just absolutely kick butt live streams. I feel like we got to all the super chats. Thank you to everyone that did send a super chat. May God bless each and every one of you. Shout out to Mike Reinhardt, McNerney, The Blues Guy, Master Assassin, HN Territory, JC55777's Manuel, Reliable J. God bless you all. Thank you so much. You people are absolutely amazing. You're blessed. I'll be back tomorrow with another amazing suit, looking fresh, ready to go, and with the information you need to survive and to win, man. I love you all. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Stay amazing. Stay fresh. Stay blessed. Put your best foot forward. Always look your best. Always feel your best, man. Keep pushing. Be your best friend. Get rid of negative people. Stay away from negative people that don't like you, that aren't good to you, that don't love you, man. If they don't use the word gratitude and grateful, stay away from them. I love you all. Stay fresh. Stay amazing. Stay pocket squared up, baby. I love my lifers. God bless each and every one of you. I will see you all in the trading group throughout the day. Keep the passion. Keep it moving. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You're never going to trade like I am, make this money like all these other big traders if you don't get started. I love you all. You're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great, baby. Peace.